James Helder, IFL TV, MTK Global. With me, I've got none other than Peter McDONAGH. Firstly, how are you, Pete? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, James, to you and all the IFL viewers.
Now, we've seen on social media stuff regarding yourself, an 8-month ban imposed, no boxing for yourself under the British Boxing Board of Control licence. Can you tell us what has been going on?
Well, obviously, I knew about it 3 months ago, obviously not long after the fight, that I'd been banned, obviously, for the weigh-in, for the push at the weigh-in, and a little bit of shenanigans. But obviously it blew up on social media a couple of days ago. World Boxing News put it out. And then I've been inundated with messages on what happened, why are you banned for 8 months. So I'm here to explain why I've been banned for 8 months. And, you know, all the support I'm getting has been unbelievable and some high-profile people. So it's very good.
For those that haven't watched the video, it's available to watch on IFL TV. We've seen the weigh-in between yourself and Shane Silverton. Do you have any regrets about that action from that weigh-in?
No, not really. I don't. A little bit I do, because obviously I'm a respectful fighter. I've had 58 pro fights. I've never been, you know, I've never had a public warning. I've never been on the wrong side of the British Boxing Board of Control. Obviously, and I respect all their rules. I respect that they've disciplined me. I think the discipline's a little bit harsh, but obviously that'll be left down to a legal team and to be sorted out, and hopefully we can get it, you know, lowered. No, I mean, it's boxing, and you know, to build fights, sometimes you've got to do things, and you have press conferences, you get under each other's skin a little bit. Some things get under people's skin more than others. I mean, but unless there's no punches thrown, I can't understand why, you know, I've been had such a severe warning, well, severe sentence, you know.
Would you look at other fighters' punishments and look at your punishment and feel your punishment slightly harsher?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, obviously, it's not to say no names or say anything, but all you've got to do is look on YouTube and look on IFL videos, or look on, you know, Sky TV, you know, things happen at weigh-ins, build-ups. We all know, we know sometimes build-ups are not real as well, and they put build-ups together, and I think they've been a lot more explosive and dangerous than what mine has. And, you know, it was only a push, and I've been reprimanded for 8 months.
Where does this leave you in terms of your own professional career? You're not getting any younger, you're approaching 58 years of age. Where does this leave you in terms of you fighting?
It's hard to say, you know. 8 months down the line, after being out a year, I was out a year from my last fight, but 8 months down the line, you know, it's hard to come back from. You know, it's hard to, you know, get yourself in shape and keep yourself in shape. I've got a family, I've got 2 kids to look after. I mean, Marnie, who's sitting with me now, she used to be 14 stone. She's now only 5 stone. You know, but she's been starving. She's been starving for the last 3 months, and I think it's just wrong that I can't get out and earn some money and have a fight.
All jokes aside, boxing is your livelihood. It is how you feed your family and put food on the table. What's the plan going forward from here for yourself? Are you going to appeal this decision? Do you expect the board to uphold the ban as it is? What's going to go on?
No, I'm definitely going to appeal it. I've got, like I said to you, I've got lawyers on it at the moment, and you know, I might try and appeal it, and they might give me another year on top of it. You know? But no, I mean, you know, I'm going to appeal it, and hopefully I can, you know, get back out and get back to fighting ways, and obviously start earning money again for my family. And you know, I don't think I should be reprimanded that much. Maybe, you know, people are saying a slap on the wrist, a warning would have been nice. Even you know, me to apologise, which I apologised. But remember, not everyone knows. I've been done for double jeopardy. I got done by the Irish board as well. Got banned by them as well. So I got banned by them before the UK board, before the British board. So, you know, I've took a harsh telling off of the Irish board and had a ban, and now roll on to have a ban off the English board. Like I say, I take full responsibility. You know, maybe I shouldn't have done it, and you know, but in hindsight, I shouldn't have done it. But that's how it is. You know, people laugh and joke and say I'm Benjamin Button, and you know, I'm going backwards, not forwards, with years. You know, and I believe, you know, 40 is a penultimate part of my life, penultimate time in my life with boxing. But I've got to say, for the last 4 years, it's been the best 4 years of my life, and the best, you know, I had the best team round me with MTK. obviously with Peter Fury training me and Hennessy Sports involved, and I just want to move on and try and get a big opportunity, which I think I deserve.
What has Peter Fury said regarding this this suspension or ban?
He just said it's disgusting, and you know he can't understand why they've banned me for so long. But what you got to realise is, like I say, this is nothing to do with the British Boxing Board of Control, and I'm not directing the British Boxing Board of Control. But why have I been reprimanded for 8 months when other people, all right, you might get a little fine, or you know, but listen, it's got to be bigger, surely, to be banned for 8 months than get a fine. You know, even if you had to pay a fine of £1 a week, you know, it's my livelihood. This is what I do for a living. So, you know, the reason why I took up boxing when I was a young kid was to stay out of trouble and not get in trouble, you know, because I never had an education at school. So boxing was my boundaries. To do boxing is the boundaries I had, and to keep me boundaries from stopping me from getting into trouble. And that's what it's done for all these years. And I thank boxing for that. And then just to be told that, you know, they're going to take your licence off you and you can't fight for 8 months. It's not good, you know. And my family went through it at Christmas. It was hard at Christmas. It wasn't an easy Christmas for me. Family enjoyed it, and I made them enjoy it because the kids had everything and everything. But you know, I had a hard Christmas. You know, people don't realise how it goes in your brain, and how sometimes you sit there on your own and you think, oh, what am I going to do now? Where am I going to go now? I'd love when I finish boxing to be still involved in boxing, and I'd love to. You know, still be part with the Board of Control. I'd like to work with the Board of Control. But when you're getting things happen to you like this, you just feel like you just want to walk away and just leave it all. And, you know, 40 years of my life, 34 years of my life, since 6 years old, I moved over to England from Ireland. I started at the Fisher Boxing Club. You know, boxing's been my life. And to have it all taken away from you it's just, I don't know, it's just terrible, you know. So it's an hard time. It's not an easy time. And, the great thing is the support I've been shown on social media, the support I've been shown people ringing up, the support I've been shown as having a team like MTK around me, advising me not to do other things which I wanted to do, you know, take fights here, take fights there. But they want to look after me now, and they know that I'm at the twilight of my career, and hopefully I will get an opportunity and, you know, get a big fight. I said I always wanted a European title fight. I'm gunning to get the European title fight before I finish. If I lose, I lose. If I win, we move on. The Cinderella story moves on. You know, but at the moment, it's a Cinderella band. So, you know, I just got to sit and wait and hope that things can change. And hopefully people, you know, the British Boxing Board of Control will come to their senses and at least give me a little bit of leniency off the sentence.
Right, and thinking you're 3.5 months nearly into the sentence, so to speak, so we anticipate seeing you box again in May?
James, if they don't drop the sentence a little bit, I don't know whether I will fight again. You know, it's you know, people are saying, "Oh, don't worry, just stay in the gym, just do this, do that." Listen, I've got to feed me family. I've got to live. We've got to live. You know, and another 8 months out of a man that's 40 years old. It's different when you're 20 years old. But when you're 40 years old, you know what I mean? I'm being real now. You know, I've always said, I'm young, I'm this and that. I'm 40 years old. You know, maybe get me a big fight, and they'll get rid of me. They'll get rid of me. But listen, I'm not going that easy, and like people say, you know, keep your chin up and don't let them tie you down and all that. Don't let them knock you down and all that. I've never been knocked down in my career, and you know they're not going to knock me down. You know, I'm going to move forward, whether it's in boxing or out of boxing. But I'm telling you one thing, I promise you this: if nothing gets done about this, I promise you this, that I'm not gonna have nothing else to do with boxing. You know, because how can you treat a man who's took fights at 4 hours notice, sitting in a McDonald's, you know, and then flying to the York Hall, taking a fight and fighting, you know, taking a fight at a week's notice, championship fight at a week's notice, you know. I think I deserve better than this, you know. I've never been reprimanded by the board. I've never been told off by the board. I've always paid my dues. I've paid my taxes. I've paid everything to the British Boxing Board of Control, you know. And I think I should have had a lot more lenient sentence, you know, or at least they should look back at the sentence. You know, I'm hearing that I punched him down to the Sun newspaper, which, you know, I wouldn't even wipe my arse with that. No disrespects, but I wouldn't wipe my arse with that. You know, I wouldn't even read that. But obviously, if they're picking up on things like I punched him, I slapped him, I didn't slap him, I didn't punch him, and I didn't put my head on him. All that I done was pushed him, you know, at the way in, because I thought I was going to get pushed first. So I'm sorry for what I done there. I mean, they classed that as an assault. If it's an assault, why didn't I get arrested for it? You know, I should have been arrested for that. But let me tell you something. If I hit someone on the chin in the street, I'd get less than 8 months. So I can't understand. You know, I've got a full clean record. I ain't got no criminal record. I've never been in trouble with I've never been in trouble with the police, like been charged with anything or anything. So I can't understand why I've been used so badly. You know, maybe I might have picked it up that at a weigh-in, what I've seen in previous weigh-ins, and people ain't been put in trouble for it. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there with an 8-month ban.
The boxers sometimes feel that they have to play up to the stage, the crowd, the camera, whatever that be, to play to a persona, if you like.
It's all tactics, isn't it? There's a reason why that was done. That was done. So I wound him up. He come at me, and I boxed his head off. But that didn't work out because he stood off me. So it messed my game plan up. So I had to reiterate what I was doing and do what I had to do to stand on him and have a fight with him. But like I said, before that fight even happened, someone come in the change room and said to me from the board, I ain't saying the name, but come in the change room and said to me from the board, make sure there's no shenanigans tonight. I said, you know me, I'm professional. I've been a pro 16 years. I said, and I've never ever caused any trouble in the ring or anything. And I said, I really do apologise for what I'd done yesterday if it was that bad, which I didn't see as being that bad. Then after the fight, I went to touch gloves. Before the fight, I went to touch gloves. There was no gloves touching or nothing, which I'm a respectful fighter. Got out of the ring and I apologised again to the main man who on the ball of control. And he sort of just said, oh, you can't be doing it. I said, oh, fair enough. And I didn't think it was going to go any further than what it did, you know. And the reason I did not turn up at the British Boxing Board of Control meeting, like obviously when I had to go up in front of the British Boxing Board of Control, is because I'd already been banned by the Irish Boxing Union of Ireland. So I thought to myself, I've been banned by them, surely I can't be banned by the British Boxing Board of Control as well. So that's the reason why I didn't turn up at the meeting. I had to get in touch with them to find out that I had a ban. I asked could I appeal, and I was told there was no appeal.
So now we're going to wait and hear news regarding what's going on. Are you going to be in the gym ticking over and training in the time that you've got to remain?
Yeah, listen, I've just got to get back on the horse and start going. Obviously, I'd like to say thanks to a prize fighter because prize fight whiskey, because they've helped me through this hard time, and a few bottles of this has helped me through it. I'm only joking. No, I stayed off the drink. I'm going to get back in the gym, just start working hard. Listen, I've got family, I've got kids, and I'm not letting it go. 40 years old, put all my life into it. I deserve an opportunity and I deserve a shot at, a big title. And I believe MTK Global and Hennessy Sports and Peter Fury will deliver that for me. And they've been strong around me and they've kept me head right. And I could have easily gone off the rails. Everyone knows what I'm like. Sometimes I jump out of my skin and shout and scream and all that. But I'm a good person inside, and I hope that the board can see different. All
right, Peter McDONAGH, thank you very much for coming to RFL TV. We'll catch you soon. Thanks, and Marnie, we'll see you again.
I can't wait till my dad's gonna fight again, and I hope he gets his license back. And I hope he sees his people that trains him sometimes before his fight, and he's pleased for everything. So thank you, the people that helped him.
Yeah, I'd like to say thanks to all my sponsors who supported me, and hopefully they support me through this hard time. And onwards and upwards if I can.